I just got a message from Randy Scott. He says he is here, but I don't see him. Now I see him. Oh, wonderful. He is here. There you go. Can you unmute yourself? There you go.
Hey, hey, how's everybody?
Oh, we are fabulous. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. You know what? We're having a really bad thunderstorm here right now.
Oh
And
gosh.
my power went out right at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
So fortunately, it is back on, and I'm here with you. I'm excited to
wonderful.
be here. So
Be-
thank you.
Oh, I am so happy that you are here with us today because you just had some amazing news, didn't you?
I did.
Right, before you make that announcement, I have to play this.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
My current second single, Affection, just went #1 on Billboard. Yes!
I am just so happy and overjoyed for you. That is just incredible news.
Thank you so much. I just found out yesterday, and this is a back to back #1 for me. So my first single, Joyride, went #1 not long ago, and to to have it follow up with this one is just a blessing. I'm so incredibly grateful.
So, how will you be celebrating today apart from here on the Smooth Jazz Lounge?
You know what? I'm doing this really crazy diet right now, which sucks. I mean, it's horrible. But I'm done. It's only 40 days, and I'll be done at the end of next week.
Oh,
And then I plan to go out to dinner or something. I gotta celebrate properly because right now my diet is water. It's like I'm I have nothing. So hopefully next week I will be celebrating officially.
yeah.
But
But
yeah, I'm
it
just
just must
amazed.
you must be so ecstatic, to be #1 on the Billboard charts yet again with another great single.
It is an overwhelming, overjoyed feeling. I just can't explain it. I cannot explain it.
And I was thinking, we had a chat the other day, and I was just saying how young you look, and I can see
Oh.
you're so young because you do these crazy diets and drink water.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. So tell us, let's get back to the music. Rose Lady Edmonds, she says congratulations, and Sharon Banks as well say
Yeah.
congratulations to you.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and these guys here, Marianne, Linda, Karen Gill. But you guys, you're going to hear this track. I'm going to play it for you very, very soon. But I just want to say, let's hear a bit more about Randy Scott. When did it all start with you playing the saxophone?
The fourth grade, I don't know how old are you in fourth grade? Is that like 9 or 10? 9. Um, Yeah, and my mother was a huge fan of Grover Washington Jr.,
Mhm.
and she had every single record he ever made. Um, sh she and my father took me to a concert, and I was hooked. And then when I got to 6th grade, I was about 12 years old, got a straight A report card, and they set up a meeting for me to meet him. And he actually became my very good friend and mentor from that point all the way up until his passing. So I am just I'm Groverized, if you, if I could say.
I'm mesmerized.
Oh, thank thank you.
That is
But
incredible.
yeah,
Friends with
that's when it all started.
Junior.
That's when it all started.
Right. And so from that young age, you went to college, university?
Yes, he actually Grover actually suggested that I go to. I had two scholarships that I was considering. One to Berkeley School of Music in Boston, and the other to Michigan State University.
Uh-huh.
And the school in Boston was strictly jazz. The school at Michigan State was really heavily classically based. So he
Right.
suggested that I focus on classical to build my technique, my tone, and all of the really good foundational things. And that's how I ended up here in Michigan, where I stayed after I graduated.
Right. And so you've studied for so long. Do you still practice now?
I every I try to practice every day. It's like life gets in the way, but I try to practice every day, and I'm actually even taking private lessons from someone in New York who I admire. So, and I'm a lifelong learner and student. So I'm constantly trying to get better. You know, trying to find people who are better than me and learn from them.
And you teach as well.
And I've been teaching for 26 years, even though I'm only 21. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It's that new Common Core math they're trying to throw at us. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You definitely look 21.
I wish.
6 years.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, 26 years it's been.
So I don't know
So,
if you saw my previous artist. That was Samantha Jane, and she's a saxophonist.
yeah, I missed her. I came in just I think after just after her.
Yeah, that's cool. But you can always catch up on, watch it again. But she's
Sure.
self-taught, and
Oh, okay.
she doesn't read music.
Okay.
She's just an incredible artist. We was all
Awesome.
quite surprised.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, I hope you can get to see what she does. She was just brilliant.
Awesome. I will definitely check her out.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and do this now so I can show your video.
All
Yeah.
right.
So how am I going to do this? Okay. All right. Just bear with me, everybody. I am hoping that I'm going to be able to do this because I tried it out. So this is affection, isn't it?
This is affection.
Okay. Let's see. Fingers crossed that this is going to work. All right. What do you see? You see nothing? You see? wonderful. Love. Oh, you're on mute. Why are you on mute? Oh, hang on. This is really difficult to take you off mute now. Hang on. Wait, why I get
Sorry about that. I'll leave myself unmuted.
there. Okay, that's
Thank you guys so much for the comments. I've been reading them in the chat.
yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Spotlight. There you go. Yeah, it's your tone is just so nice. Now, I was gonna say, you sound like Boney James,
Ah,
but
Bonnie's a
does
good
Boney
friend.
James sound like you?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I love it.
He's phenomenal. So that's a true compliment. Thank you.
And the video as well.
Thank
When
you.
did you film that?
Just a few months ago, and believe it or not, I did that one with drones. Just I had two drones flying around filming everything. So it was,
Incredible.
and I started a videography company about a year ago.
Hmm.
It's really doing well. So it's just another passion of mine. I'm actually a computer nerd, and so I do that hours on end.
And I'm so impressed with your setup behind you as well.
Thank you.
When I
Thank
first saw Randy Scott on Zoom, I was like, is that a virtual background?
you.
Because it just looks so incredibly clear and
Thank you.
just like so much equipment there. So you are a producer as well?
Yes, I am. I've been doing that for quite some time. I actually, right after college, I connected with a gentleman named Michael Powell. And Michael Powell he produced all of the early Anita Baker hits,
Hmm.
as well as he's worked with Anita Baker. I'm sorry, Whitney Houston and Prince and all these other people. So right after college, I just kind of hung out there and swept floors and got lunch for folks. But I was a sponge, every time I'd be around all of that, I would just take it all in and learn. And eventually he started teaching me things, as far as music production. And yeah, that's how I got started in the production side of things.
You are a very determined person.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is why you're going to go far. I mean, you're pretty far already, but you're going to go so much further with
Thank,
what you do. And you're
thank
a
you.
very likable guy too.
Oh, well, thank
You are. You can't help but smile with you the whole time.
you. Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
who are your musical inspirations?
Um, First, as I mentioned earlier, would be Grover. And then, I mean, there's so many. I listen to everything literally, so I have a different favorite artist in pretty much every genre. Um, as a result of working for Michael Powell, I started getting into producing commercials, and a lot of times those commercials call for different styles of music. So, for example, I did a hamburger helper commercial that was country. I did a Levi's jeans commercial that was rock. I
Wow.
did a folk commercial for Yo Play Yogurt, and so just trying to do all of those different styles convincingly. I have to listen to all of those different styles of music. So to answer your question, I would say Grover. I'm heavily into the R&B singer Her right now.
Oh yeah.
She's fabulous, and in fact, a young lady who wrote a couple of songs on the last Her record, is on my new record. Her name is Anisha Burchett. She and I wrote a song together called Tempo.
That's right. I love that. Oh my goodness. That's one of
Oh,
my favorite tracks of that album.
thank you, thank you. But yeah, her Stevie Wonder, of course. I just recently got heavily into Jacob Collier. Um, just a lot of different folks. On the classical side, I'm a Richard Wagner fan and a Debussy fan. Um, I don't. I like everybody.
You play classical music as well.
Yes, that is my background actually. I just don't get a lot of opportunities to play it, but I do orchestrate and I conduct I did a thing with the Nashville Symphony a few years ago for one of the songs I produced on Vicky Winans gospel. So yeah, I try to do a little bit of
You
everything.
don't do.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Is there anything you don't do?
Oh yeah, there's lots. There's lots, but I try to just hone. I'm just a lover of music.
Yeah,
I just want to be as well rounded as possible, and not. And I tell my students this all the time. Don't just listen to the style you like.
yeah,
Listen to everything so you have an appreciation.
yeah. And that's true because I've been listening to a lot of classical music since I've been
Mm,
working from home. I listen to Classic FM, and
nice.
it's just so nice. And then what
Yeah.
I find is, as I know a lot of the songs. I've never listened to classic FM before, but a lot of the songs I'm like, why do I know this? I was like, oh,
Right.
it's the Superman theme tune, you know.
Oh,
And it's one of the theme tunes from movies, and
yes.
but I just love it. It's just so relaxing and enjoyable, and you do kind of hear something. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start playing that piano soon. I will.
That is the key. I mean, that piano is everything. So, in addition to playing saxophone, I play piano,
Right.
um, and it's kind of like the universal instrument. If you can do that, you can do
Yeah,
a lot. You really can.
yeah, I definitely will do. And we did speak about you doing a reggae jazz track.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to Jamaica in week after next, so I'm planning to immerse myself in the culture and in some jerk chicken because I'll be off my diet. And I'm gonna hopefully bring back some inspiration
Hmm.
for this reggae track I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to that. But I want to play your second video. So
Thank you.
tell us about this second video.
So this second song is from the new record as well. The name of this particular song is Ignite, and I wanted to do something that was just hot with a lot of energy. And believe it or not, my 13-year-old son is my videographer on this clip you're about to see.
Oh,
Mm. So yes, I hope you enjoy it. It's called Ignite.
well.
Thank you guys. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
That was amazing. And
Oh,
I noticed that you had a bit of like traditional jazz in there as well.
yeah, you know what? I've been trying to straddle the fence of smooth jazz, fusion, contemporary jazz, and it's a very difficult thing to do because if it's too edgy,
Hmm.
then smooth jazz radio won't play it.
Right.
Which actually I got a quick story to tell you, believe it or not. 2000, I think it was 2000, the summer of 2019, I finished the record and sent it to the label, and they didn't like it.
Wow.
They said that it was too much for radio. It wasn't radio friendly. And so I actually, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it cut me a little bit. I was like, oh man, I was just so down about that. Um, and I didn't go. That happened in the summer. I didn't go back in the studio to do anything until around Thanksgiving time, around November,
Oh,
and then something hit me in November, and out came this song that led to me actually redoing the entire record from November of 2019, and I finished it last what was that, last March, April, last April or May, during the pandemic. And so for to go through that journey,
yeah,
and to have the redo of the record go number one two times,
yeah,
it just makes it so much sweeter,
yeah.
so much more
And you do
gratifying.
have to get these knocks sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
To improve.
Yes. I heard somebody say the other day that any successful person goes through this period called the dip.
Yeah.
Where you start to do really well at whatever you're doing, starting a business, whatever. You start to do really well, and you got all this hype behind it, and then in a very short time period, you take a serious dip,
Yeah.
and most people quit in the dip. Most people quit in the dip, but if you can persevere through that,
Yeah.
you
I have
know,
had those dips many times.
yeah. And so
Yeah. It's like I've had enough of this. But I persevere. Having people like yourselves and the fans, that people that listen to your shows and just appreciate what you do, that's what keeps me going anyway.
oh yeah, for sure, I agree.
Yeah.
And
I have a question actually from Rose Lady Edmond.
sure.
He says, Randy Scott, do you think the new reggae track might be ready in time for the festival downtown in September?
Oh, what a great question. I don't know. You know what? I never like to rush anything. It has to marinate. And I have to part of the reason I created this space in my home is just to set the mood and the tone for for good vibes and relaxation, and just because music has to come to me, I can't force it.
Right.
So to answer the question, I don't know, but I just started the new record, and I'm hoping that it will be done for next year.
Right.
So yeah, I hope so.
To the new record, is that an album or a single?
It's going to be an album.
An album, okay. So when Americans say a record, I think
Oh,
single.
I got you. Yeah, it's going to be an album, and
Right.
it'll be.
So you started working on that now.
Yes, and normally my process is I'll write maybe anywhere from 50 to 60 songs, and then pick the top 10. And it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. When you write that many songs, then it's a matter of which songs fit together properly. You
Yeah.
know,
God, that's a lot of songs though, isn't it, to write?
a lot of songs, but that is
I was asked to um, listen to an artist's album because they
mhm.
wanted me and other DJs to choose which one should be the single that they release.
Yes.
Do you do that with DJs?
I have a difficult time doing that for myself. Because I'm wearing different hats. You know, I wear the artist hat, I wear the producer's hat, and selecting a single release is a radio promoter's hat, and so I kind of just leave that to my record label. I just let them do it.
Yeah, and your record label is Trippin' Rhythm, and they based in the
Yes,
UK.
based in London. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
have you
indeed.
been here?
I have not, and I want to come so badly. I've not. I'm hoping to be there sometime soon. I really do.
Yeah,
I've been a lot of places, but I have not been to London.
right. Have you been in Europe?
I I have not, but I did a trip to Dubai. I performed in Dubai a few
No.
years ago, and that was awesome.
But I'm surprised your record label doesn't bring you over to the UK to perform.
Yeah, we're talking about it. So I'm hoping soon, and I will definitely let you guys know.
Yeah,
Uh,
please do. That would be just amazing. So you said to me the other that your dad is your manager.
yes, he's been my manager
Do you
since.
ever fall out about things, or do you just trust him to do everything?
Oh no, we've had some discussions. We've had some discussions, but I try to always, I try to be respectful because that is my father, and I try, that's he's dad first and foremost, But from the business standpoint, yeah, we've had some, but you know, the beauty of it is that I do trust him,
Yeah.
and I know without a doubt that he's always looking out for my best interest. So it's a blessing to
Yeah.
have him
And is
do
he from
that.
a music background as well?
Not at all, which is actually a good thing. His background is totally business,
Mhm.
which is really what you need because the music industry is a business.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think it's nice that you keep it in the family.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
it's a great thing. And so your albums, is it you have 7 solo albums?
7 solo albums. I can't believe it. It's like time is just flying by.
And your
But yeah,
first album was released when?
you said the first one.
Yeah.
First one was released in 1992, and I'm only 21. But yeah, it was released in 1992.
And your last one was it released this year or last year?
2020.
2020.
Uh, yep, August of 2020.
And how different do you think that whole process was from releasing your first album to releasing the latest one?
That's a great question. So every record has been a building block and a journey.
Hmm.
Uh, and I really believe that with every one I've learned and I've grown, and so that's kind of why I feel that this current record is my strongest record.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, every one of them has been a journey and a learning process that I'm grateful for because the journey is everything. It's great to have this success, which I'm grateful for, but the journey is everything.
Hmm. And with your albums, have you collaborated with a lot of people?
Um, Actually, yeah, I have. Now that I think about it, I normally have some featured artist that I admire or look up to on each record. My really good friend, who's had, I think he's had 8 number 1s, is Tim Bowman, jazz guitarist Tim Bowman, and Tim has appeared on several of my records, and I produced a few of his, one of his rather.
Hmm.
Um, and then on the current record, I collaborated with one of my label mates. Her name is Cindy Bradley, trumpet player.
I know her.
Um, yeah, and um, uh, I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but yeah, I love collaborations for sure.
And you actually don't get that many female trumpeters, do you?
No, not at all. And she's major. She's a superstar.
She is. And so I want to talk about my favorite song.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah. So I've been playing this song. Whoever listened to my radio show would have heard this song so many times. Boogie Oogie Oogie by
Ah,
Randy Scott. And I remember messaging you saying on Facebook, this song is my favorite cover of all time. And you actually
Oh,
replied to me saying thank you. I'm like, oh my gosh, he responded to me. This is just so amazing. But why did you choose to do that song as a cover?
so I try to do a cover, at least just one on every record,
Hmm.
and I wanted a song. I asked my mother. I said, "Can you suggest a song to me that every single person would love, like an old song that everybody loves, no matter what color, religion, background, wherever you are, everybody would know it and love it, and it's got to be funky." And and that's the song she gave me, and um yeah, so I decided to, that's how it all came about.
Thank your mom for that.
I will. I will.
Perfect, George. I'm going to play it in a minute. But I've just had a question, another one from Rose Lady Edmond.
Sure.
It's funny, actually. She says, would you collaborate with Lynn Roundtree and Demetrius Nabors?
Wow. So let me tell you, Lynn Roundtree and I have already collaborated several times. In fact, I'm on I think two of his records, and he's on one of my he's on my I can't remember which record. 90 Degrees at Midnight
Uh-huh.
record. And um Demetrius Neighbors is my musical director in for my band, and he is like a brother to me. I literally talk to him every day. So yeah, both of them are great friends of mine, and we work
That's funny
together.
about the two people that she chose, the two people very close to you.
Exactly.
I smiled when I saw that. I was going to check these messages here. Oh, football. They're talking football in the chat.
Oh.
Do you follow the football?
uh
You call it soccer.
Somewhat. Somewhat. Mostly follow basketball, but
Okay.
somewhat.
Cool. So yeah, we only have a few minutes left. So you please tell everybody where they can hear your music and how they can purchase it. And actually, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. So my website is called randyscottonline.com, and that is the same as my YouTube channel. So again, it's randyscottonline.com. If you just put in Randy Scott, you're going to get somebody that looks nothing like me. So you got to put randyscottonline.com. So that's on YouTube and the website. Uh,
Right.
yeah. And then I'm on Instagram as well as Randy Scott 5454. Same thing with Facebook. But yeah, the music is available everywhere. However you get your music, whether it be streaming or Amazon or Spotify, Apple Music, it's pretty much everywhere. That's it. I see it. It just popped up in the chat.
Spider, he's so good. Brilliant. So yes, please everybody do check out Randy Scott's music. He's got so many great albums out there. So oh, and congratulations again for being number one on the Billboard chart. You must be just overjoyed.
I am. I almost did a cartwheel and I can't even do that.
Well, I am so so happy for you, and I'm so blessed that you was able to be my guest here today at the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
It is my pleasure. I am so grateful for you having me, and thank you to everyone in attendance. Thank you for all the great comments. I really appreciate you guys.
You're welcome. When are you next performing?
Um, let's see. I think next week. It's getting crazy now after the news I got. So I'm pretty much every week from now until uh December.
Oh my God.
Um, and in and out of the country quite a bit. So I'm just hoping to get to London. So I can't
That
wait.
happen. Hopefully next year we'll try and sort
Yeah,
something out. Definitely.
indeed.
Enjoy your time in Jamaica.
I will. I will. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you again for being with us here. It's
Pleasure.
one of these.
Thank
Take care now,
you. All right.
and I shall be in contact with you again real soon. Yes, Mike Cena, you can't sit down to this, can you? You have to dance. Take care, Sandy. How great is he, Randy Scott? Don't you just love this song? And thank you all again for your wonderful comments and for making these artists feel very, very welcome. I do appreciate it. Another thank you to Samantha Jane, to Don E, and Junior Giscombe, and to Randy Scott.